No santama. Na santarantama. Pekara onoto. We gather today to bring you information and clarity and love and light. No santamati. Gather your hearts in a circle of love. See yourself connecting hands with all that will join today. Feel the vibrations coming through as we send waves of love to you. Hakora anasota masate, uramati, ushantabaya. Join us and that in which we sing. You will remember. It will awaken. Tasantaramatapu, Yana Anaka. Doinamote Arianaki Vonamosu Darianati Vonamate Arianaki Vonamosu Darianati Ataramusantanashantameteki Arianatunaso Usantanamatasantanamatemio qua Ana Asatu Tanati. May your hearts be healed as you gather hands and rejoice in love. Step into your light. Tanato Shantama is Antarmata. Tsunami. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Super Sunday. I have with me Lemurians and Pleiadians all about. I have got sparkles all over my apartment right now. I also have Lyran and Syrian that are in and out. I've been in meditation and prayer all morning for a couple hours. It all started when I picked up this crystal, which actually, let me see if I can show it to you. This crystal has a water bubble in it. And it's hard for you guys to see, but I actually can see it. There is a water bubble in this crystal. And from the knowledge I have from this crystal is that the water bubble represents balance of the feminine masculine, because this represents earth, represents air, represents water, represents fire, and represents spirit. So we have complete balance within this crystal. And there's so much high energy right now. I'm really, really elevated today, and I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm also going to be bringing some more light language, but I want to talk to you because in January I spoke of, and I don't know if it was a live video or if it was one of my January energy videos, but I spoke of a wave of energy that I saw coming this year. It was coming through, I was seeing it in my vision, and it's this huge wave that engulfs the entire planet. I saw it. I'm going to talk about that today, and because I've been keeping notes, because I'm seeing numbers and I'm seeing some other images as well. And I want to explain it to you because people are asking me, there's some messages on some of the things that I posted. Is there something big coming? I also have in private messages people asking, is there an event coming? Because people have labeled what I call the shift. They're labeling it as the big event. So from what I bring through is with my connection to source, but also what the angels show me and what my visions have revealed, which start all the way back in 2004, I want to go over that with you today and tell you what I've seen, and you can take with it what you will, okay? So, and I'm going to be erasing this board. This is on that number 3 video. If you haven't seen this yet, this is about everything that's going on as well, but I'm going to incorporate some new things in today with this board. So there's so much love and light here right now. I'm just like flying. And I hope that you, when we're done here, are feeling that way too. I know a lot of you are feeling the energies and stuff that are going on, so it's fantastic. Allow yourself to embrace it. Don't resist it, okay? That's a big message I have today. Don't resist the feelings that you have going on. Allow everything to happen through your body, because this is part of this shift that's happening. So I have my notes here. I'm just like I always tell you guys, I journal. I keep my notes from visions. And I always tell everybody when Gabriel comes through in a card, write everything down, because if you don't, you'll forget. But my 2004 vision, I will never forget that. It was so vivid. It was so real. I could smell everything and see everything that was happening. And it was very, I don't even know what to say. So I'm just going to tell you so you can take from it what you will. So I'm going to start with that, my 2004 vision. I woke up the day after Christmas. It was December 26, 2004. And I want to tell you, my children were very small. My oldest was going to be 5 soon, and my youngest had just turned 3 2 weeks before Christmas Day. So it was very early in the morning. It was about 7 o'clock, and I can hear, the only reason I woke up is because I can hear the Wii bowling going on in the living room with the 3- and 4-year-olds. And I had not had much sleep the day before because I was wrapping presents till 2 or 3 in the morning. So my husband at the time actually got up when he heard the noise, and he went to take the kids, and I stayed in bed. I started to fall back asleep. And during that time, when you go in between falling asleep and dream state, is when, for me and for so many people, you start to see the in your third eye, the violet light or violet flame, which is the crown chakra, which I I know is the crown chakra, which is the exit door to the other side or the other world, where you can go in and receive messages and visions. Okay, so as that was happening, I went through, and this is where I had my vision. That's been the most prominent vision I've ever had. And what I saw is like in the old movies, were the real, and for some of you, if you're too young, maybe you don't know this, but the old movies that they used to have would with the countdown backwards, and it was in black and white and gray, believe it or yeah, you know, polarity, backwards from the number 20, and I can hear the of the like the old-fashioned reel, and it was going backwards from 20 to 1, and then the vision started. And I myself was walking forward, and I can see water, beautiful, serene water, beautiful blue water everywhere, and across the water, and I could see mountains, beautiful mountains, very lush, very green, and I could feel the peace, and I could feel the love, and it was so. I'm being embraced right now. It was like being embraced in heaven is what it felt like. Oh, thank you. The angels are always helping me. It was like an embracement of being in heaven and what we would like heaven on earth to be, which is, I'll explain more later. But as I looked around and saw all of this and felt it, I can smell the smells of like summertime. I can smell the seawater in the air. I can feel the temperature. And then I looked to my left, and I remember seeing more mountains and like greenery. And I looked and saw the other way. And then when I looked down into the water and below my feet. So I was actually hovering above the water. I was standing above the water. So I'm looking down, and below the water, I could see old boat docks, and they were all below the water. And I was like, well, why aren't they above the water? At the time, it did not make sense to me in 2004. And then I saw like people under the water, and I was like, well, what does this mean? What is this? It was very vivid. It was very clear that this was beneath the layer, the beautiful layer of water that I could see. So I turned around to look to see if I could see if anybody else was there. And there was no one but myself. I turned all the way around. All I can see was water and mountains and beauty, peace. And after that, it was like being sucked through a tunnel and going back into my human body, back into my consciousness, and I woke up. I came out of it. And I will never forget that. It's been with me since then. I went out and told my husband at the time what I saw, and he goes, oh, maybe it was just a dream, you know, you're just seeing a dream or whatever. Let's move forward to later in the day. In the morning, I took the kids up for a nap, and he was finally able to turn the TV on, and on that day was the day of that great tsunami that was in, I believe, Asia. It was very devastating. And right there, I heard that more devastation would come, but that was the beginning of it. So this started back in 2004, where the earth had started shifting in her cyclic pattern to cleanse the earth, to shift herself. So this happened so far back. It's been, what, 14 years now? Also, I knew that as the years went by, I knew that the 20 meant it was a countdown of 20 years. So I knew until 2004 we had 20 years moving forward for some work that we needed to do here. So that gave me the year of 2024. this past week, I was guided to get up just like that on a dime, and my guide said, you need to go to this place, and you need to go there and work with the sun and bring, do some work on the land for Mother Earth. And I did. I got up and I went, and I allowed the universe to provide. I am lucky that I have a beautiful friend. Debbie is up there that allowed me. She hosted me. She worked all day at her day job, and I worked in the backyard all day. I worked there all day on what I needed to do. As I listen and follow through here, what authentically my soul is telling me I'm here to do. So when I was there, I realized 2024 isn't that far away. It's 2018. So there's like less than 6 years. Because it was December 26th. I will never forget the date. December 26th, 2004. So I don't know if it will be December 26th of 2024 that ends it or what. I don't know. And it's not the ending of the world or anything like that. To me, it marks a new beginning. So that was that vision. I wanted to share that with you because it stays with me to this day, and it's almost like they're knocking on my, they're like, come on, we got to keep going, guys. So in January, let's go forward to this January, when I don't know if I was live or if it was in one of my energy videos, but I had this vision of, while I was speaking to everyone, I had this vision of this huge wave of energy coming in. And I saw it for this year. And I want you to know that in my knowing and from what my angels and guides have told me, and those of you that know I have worked with Cthulhu, I have worked with Athena, I work with the Divine Mother, I work with Sophia, I work with Christ energy, Mahashohan, I worked with so many, even the Laughing Buddha. And the shamans, the cosmic shamans, so I connect with everyone and I ask, I'm always asking, please, clarity on things because I don't want to bring the wrong information. But what they've told me and what they're asking me to bring today is to let you all know that through consciousness, the consciousness of everyone working and creating together, we shift. Through humanity. Humanity shifts things for the better. So this is why we're always supposed to be in positive light. This is why we're always supposed to be in our highest vibrations of love and joy. And this is why we are shifting out of negative polarity. Okay? We are shifting into positive polarity. This is why I'm always saying, live from the heart, not the head. It's all in here. It's about the ego leaving that separate self that serves, and you probably can't see it on here, leaving that separate self that serves, okay, the ego that's outside of who we are. So in the vision, and in March I had another vision, so I'm going to actually erase this and show you what I saw. Let's see. Bye-bye, little angel. You may be feeling waves of energy today because it's a 3 for March. 3 is a catalytic number, just so people know. But it is an 11 day. It's also the 11 years, so it's 3-11-11. 3 is catalytic, and 11 is moving into higher awareness. So it may be a catalyzing day for you. So just remember that if somebody catalyzes you, or if you're experiencing triggers, face the trigger. Understand, acknowledge it, let it go. Whatever you need to be taught is coming through, and those triggers. It's all that moving forward in your process, and your ascension, and your enlightenment, and your awakening. There's many words for it. So what I saw, I literally saw the earth. Let me see, make sure I'm gonna, okay, so I literally saw the earth, okay? However, the universe as well. Okay, so everything is black. It was just black. And the earth was black. It was all black. Let me see if this will work. Over the earth, this is what I saw. Huh, this one's magenta. Didn't even know that when I bought it. So it's like this wave of energy, and it just is like surrounding and going over the earth. It was just over the entire earth. And it was like that over the entire earth, and it started, and it was coming through here and just engulfing the earth. But I'm not going to color the black because it's take too much time. Okay, so let me show you what was on top of the earth, which it gets more interesting. Let's make a little room here. There's the number 1. And there's the 7. That was illuminated on top of the earth. 1, 7. And I saw this in the beginning of March. I saw this for about 3 days straight, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. So I had to go into my knowing and meditation and my higher self. And I wrote down my notes of what came through for that, because I want everyone to understand these numbers. Because it's all about the numbers. So number 1, as we know, is the number of awakening. Okay. Now remember, this is coming with this wave. Number 7 is the number of spirituality. Now, you probably all finally, you're getting what I'm seeing here. Awakening of spirituality upon the earth with this magenta energy that's coming in. But also, 1, if you can see that's down here. I wish this marker was thicker. 1 plus 7. What's the answer? Equals 8. What's the chakra we're all being open to right now? What's the chakra that's being connected? It's what I just talked about in the 3rd video. So that's our soul star chakra, is the 8th chakra, which is the magenta chakra. And that, I have my notes here because 8 also means some other things. For me, if you take 8 sideways, right? What is 8 sideways? Infinity. So I'm going to read what my notes were when I was 8 also represents 8 represents also world transformation. That came through in my higher self, and I double checked with my guides and stuff, because I'm like, I don't want to bring it through the wrong. I want to make sure I trust in what I bring through, but I always double check. 8 means world transformation. Let me see if this is such a glare because there's so much light coming in over there, which that's okay. I love light. Can't bring it in anymore. So world transformation. Okay. The number 8 chakra is the chakra of the connection to universal love. So what's happening here? What I was seeing and what I am seeing is this wave of energy coming in. It's been coming in and opening everyone a little bit at a time. These waves have been coming in, and you've been feeling it because you're all like, oh, I feel really good today, or I'm feeling really high, or and some days you're feeling low, and some days you're feeling headachy, and some days you're feeling you got the sinus pressure and your lungs are not doing so good, or you're having the stomach issues, and that's because you're going through purging so that you can bring in more light. You have to release the negative polarities. You have to release the densities that are within you. You have to clear those chakras so that you're able to bring in and hold more light. You're becoming your light body, okay? So there's more with this wave. I've also been seeing the number 67, and I'll get to that in a minute. But 8 is also the number, in my knowing, and I double-checked with my guides, and I asked for clarity on it, that 8 is also the number of Christ consciousness. So that's the next one. So yes, I've got, there's so many here today, and I'm like in such gratitude that so many different beings are here today. And I asked the highest benevolent councils to come to make sure that I'm teaching this correctly and in simplicity for everyone to understand. The magenta, which also, is that 8th chakra encompasses universal love. So as this wave is coming in for the entire world to be affected with this, this is that chakra is the chakra that when we connect it within our hearts and we open that and we have that connection to our own divinity and to our God self and to God and source, that is where we leave the service to self and we enter service to all. And that's when we understand in our authenticity with whom we truly are, is because we are creator. That's what we came here to do. We all came here to serve all. We didn't come here to serve self. This is the change that is happening. Okay? It's getting out of the service to self ego. It's getting out of the old energy, the patriarchal control ego, the one that was created, was very mind controlled in your thoughts. Just remember that all that programming that has happened over thousands of years of how things should be was all controlled through the mind and through thoughts, and everybody continuing to program people and tell people the way it should be, the way it should be, the way it should be. And this is where you're being cleared of this. If you haven't been doing your own internal work, you will still have to do your own work, but this is helping push everyone forward. This is helping because I feel that not enough people have done the inner work. Not enough people have stepped into their light. So it's almost like they're all here, they're saying, we had to make a decision. So it was this way because Mother Earth needs us. Okay? So let me see. 67. I keep seeing the number 67. I've been seeing it since January. Okay? So I'm just going to put it on here somewhere. Funny thing, I was born in 67, which I kept saying, why am I seeing the year I was born? Is that something just for me? Not just for me. So, what is 67? That was a good year. Just kidding. No, it was. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't remember. For me, because I know I affiliate 6 with harmony, okay, and 7 is the number of spirituality. It's like the convergence of harmony and spirituality into oneness. 66 plus 7 is also 13. And 13 is a 4. Angels. So I'm going to tell you with my notes, when I was allowing, I was actually allowing writing to come through after I, my own knowing said I want to tell you what, I want to read what, it's kind of sloppy writing, but it says, the love of the planet in universal connection with the all. So that's what the 67, the representation of the 67 came through when it wrote through me. It's also, it says 67 is the number of divinity in that, the love of the planet in universal connection with the all. Universal love is what I keep hearing. Universal love. So harmony, spirituality, that's balance. Now, I'm seeing, I'm just listening. They're saying it's a connection of oneness, unity. Be in your light, shine your light. I keep hearing the Lemurians. They keep saying Lemuria. Okay, so I feel that Lemuria was very much an harmonic spiritual balance, because they keep speaking up and saying Lemuria. I'm listening. Yes, thank you. I've got downloads coming in. We're bringing the earth, the world into balance. And this is agreed upon by all of the highest benevolent councils, I'm being told right now. Yes, thank you. They're asking me to answer the question about the current president of the United States. In one of my videos, it may have been January video as well. I've said this before, I don't have a TV, so I didn't know who was running for president until my daughter actually came and told me, and I told her immediately, I said, Trump's going to win, and she said, how do you know? I said, because he has to. I already see it, because he's going to catalyze everyone. He's going to stand as a mirror and make you face your deepest fears, because he has a huge ego, huge ego. He is awake to a point, but he doesn't realize some of it. He has a contract to do this. It had to happen, they're saying. It had to happen. Because the old system, the old energy of the old ways was not working. And we were stagnant in the political arena, they're saying. So, this is very catalytic for every single person on this earth. Allow that which must have to happen, they're saying. And they're also saying, don't take things personally. Okay? Go with the flow. Allow things to happen. For those of you that do watch TV and you do see him on TV with whatever he does, and you see him doing something that is very much out of ego and very much what you would feel is negative polarity, it's showing you what you don't want to be. That's exactly what he's doing. He's playing this role for this reason. Everyone came in to play a role. That's his role. Okay? He's got a big ego. Guess what? That big old wave that's coming. Gonna be knocking people out of their ego. He's gonna feel it just as well as everyone else. I literally, they like put a cartoon in my head, and I just see him just getting like flattened, like flattened and like shaken. So, as well as other leaders on this planet who are in position for, a lot of them are in position for themselves, to serve themselves, because they still have that old patriarchy, they still have that old hierarchy, that old kingship, they're saying kingship, almost like they feel like they're your god. They're going to be knocked off their thrones. This is what they're showing. They're literally showing like people on thrones that have this big, they love themselves so much because of their ego power, not because of who they truly are, because they don't know who they truly are. So they're showing them just being like knocked right off their throne, basically stripped of everything, and they're like, what the H just happened is what they said. So get ready, it's gonna happen. Okay, let me see what else they're saying. There's laughter. There's just laughter here because I have laughing Buddha here today as well. I've been taught by Katumi to teach in simplicity, and so sometimes when I do, they're laughing along with me because they want me to generate laughter as well, to have you guys in your highest joy. Because we take things too seriously, they say, okay? There are things that we do, yes, we're here to shift this world and shift this planet, shift humanity. That's the only thing that we are here to focus on, and we're here to focus on that in our highest love and our highest joy, our highest vibrations. And when you step out of your highest vibrations, okay, when you step out of that which makes you happy, remember, you only make yourself happy. When you step out of that, or you allow someone else to pull you out of your higher vibration by not standing in your own power and standing in your strength, you go into that negative polarity, okay? Do not allow someone to do that to you. Do not allow a situation to do that to you. Do not allow politics to do that to you. Know that everything is happening for the change. Stay in your highest light. Stay in your heart. Stay in compassion. Compassion is key. Acknowledge what is happening. Acknowledge that things happen as you may feel that they're happening towards you, when in reality they're only happening to show you how to stand in your strength, how to see that something is not the way that you wish it to be, so that you can let it go. Because those things don't matter. Remember, if it does not feed the soul, let it go. Really high. They're saying we're going to move forward. Okay, I'm actually going to turn because I'm falling off the edge of my chair. I don't have my yoga ball today. Make sure I covered all of my notes about this. Okay, so they're asking me to answer. There's some of you asking about this big wave that I see. I see it as a wave. I see it as a wave of energy, and I've seen it as waves of energy for a while now. Last year, for the spring equinox, I wrote about this shift in the waves that they started coming last year in the spring equinox, okay? Because Venus went into retrograde last year, I believe right around that time. I remember the download that came through and I wrote about it. So it's somewhere, it's on my timeline. Probably have to go into the past things that I wrote. I'll see if I can find it and bring it back up, but it's exactly about what is happening. So this started happening. It's been happening for a while, okay? Mashunta manatita toa. Masotare makia toroshuntu. Masarianta chuchuto tomayana nakaya. Usuto totoya mesadarianta tome asayana anakira satato chuchuto tome netia anokuru tututua. Ma ara anatada tatsuto kana mesetiri and yana anakuru. Okay, for those of you that have not seen that, those are like key codes coming in. Let me put my crystal down. Nushuturumata sitatekiniara urunta mayana ona yaka ara una sototomiana ana kurushutotoyana uno kurushutototoyamayana ana siteriani ana kurusuntotoyana safataya urushutotoyamiana inekesintere sototonayana anata unomata isotoron kurushutotoyamana. There is healing coming through. If you want the healing, just say, accept this healing from Keleena. For those of you that have not worked with me yet, and you'll receive it. Getting hot. When I channel, I get hot. I'm seeing blue, indigo blue. Nasentirana teemetu. Maharagakata. Mukunda. Nesentermo. Noshuna. Heart chakra. Ukorono sototototometome tia oro una sototashototomata. Ya ara anakoto sototomiyana. Puntemena. Namaste. Ushuna. Matena suntamone. Musuntamente surama. Asantarena tinentumitia. Musuna mayanti. Mahana ana ora. Ukura anasada. Puronto masantana mutuene. Nasari akata. Usuna monsumono menete. Ura mahi. Usukuro no sunumo. Usinina anata. Ayakoa. Ta santana no sumana matete santare senti. Una montumani. We come as one. In peace. In love. In light. Dosantanate miti. We have been here before, as you have. We are the light of one. We are love and grace. Mahana monte. Tanoshunama. Josuma. Gather together in the circle of friends, the circle of brothers and sisters of the light. Hold hands with each and every one. Open your heart to love, compassion, kindness. We harm no other. Our words are of the light. For they too shall always be. We only bring through that which you are, that which you've been, and forever shall always be. You are eternal love, universal love, in oneness. We gather. In your circle, we bring the light of the Mother and the Father in divine grace. See the gold, silver, and white energies enter your body through the crown chakra. Allow it to embrace you, wrap around you, unfold you in love and light. Feel it in your cells. Feel it in every ounce of your being. Gather that light in your heart. Shine it brightly. Bring it to your solar plexus and expand it throughout the world, the universe, the galaxies. For you are the light of one. No santa santa kia unta, u santa mata santa mente, ira arako santasha, una paya araka, u santa na santa rekete, u santa metua, uma. Napotoranto. We bring you the pulse of the Mother and the Father through the conduit that sits before you. Feel it connecting to your sacred hearts. Pulse the energy of love and light. We are one. We always have been, and we always forever shall be. Ariana Oti, Ayana Onaya, Orokoa Suapi, This completes our circle. All is well. Namaste. Thank you. Whew. Okay, everyone. That's pretty powerful. I think I'm gonna be flying all day. I wish for you all to have a beautiful Sunday. So I see the energies continuing today. I also see them amping up on the 17th of this month, a few days before the equinox. The waves are continuing in motion, okay? This is time for everyone to embrace the universal love. This is time for everyone to step out of the ego that you've created, the false ego, and move into your authentic self, whom you truly are, where we're here to serve all. I have so much love around me right now. I'm checking to see if there's anything else that needs to be said. No, they said all is well. Okay, so I do have a message from. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. I have a message from my cosmic shaman that I work with, and he is saying that there is no fear in what is happening. But if you step into fear, you only hold yourself back from moving forward. Okay? I wrote about that this week. It's on my timeline. Scroll down a few days. Remember that your fears come from your own created thoughts. People may place beliefs on you, but you can let them go. Right? You don't have to believe what others tell you. You have to go into your own heart to find the truth. So if you create negative thoughts from something someone told you, or you absorb yourself in somebody else's negativity, you place yourself in fear. Okay? You're very powerful. The mind is very powerful. The ego is very powerful. The ego wants you to stay where you only know comfort. Time to break free of that self-serving ego, the false identity ego, and move to the heart center, into your authentic self. Where yes, we do have ego in our authentic self, but it's only the survival ego that allows us to survive to be on the planet. Life is good if you allow it to be. The journey is upon you, they're saying. All is well. Eternal love, eternal light, eternal life. Namaste. I love you. See you soon.